Yamagana Fonina Ache and Anopay and so also hene Tridiampon, Yankropon to Trubon so to take off from Osia yo and Hunte Humbobrim or Coffre board tebot Anyamia, while no home precasa jam do fiticruture and Honje if you're not dominant Humobron and Adoye no be Asuyenia so Nanka Yase and Ehwine said the month of February, day 25 in the year 2022 and Yatna Asi. Nyankropon also hene nadaroma ena efia ne kofi ene yenso yeda edruso nti mo amotwa mo dawi ma mo nyina ache adwoada for kodwo ene adwoa kwabena ne apena kwakunu yakua yaw ene ya ene edru ye ne kofi ne efia for eso nti kofi ne efia for nyina ma mo nyina ache sama mo official pa e china kwame ne amade yede mo behye mo adwoada. And that question yes so Eddie Mashemo Edwada Echo. Sabri Amenoka said the cost of Riasia Fanan Ehu, especially the issue between Russia and Ukraine. Nina a farm go manso tree. Russia for an to paye echo Ukraine for so. Na akoyen to Kwakasia a daba maswa as I speak to you, and enipa 137. And a soldier for any team for Ukraine, Russia for Vladimir Putin, and more presidents are friend. Ukraine for oil in a larger quantity. Na ama Russia for 1% more capture or mine or more farm when you feel now, and Kabe, and no nama the increments of fuel prices as I speak to you, FPJ. You see, I cried the amount who do be so a bit there, you're increasing it to 2.20 euros. 2.20 euros, not 2 euros. But the began is say 1 euro, say euro, Nusia, a 7.9 or so. Now, say, multiplied by 2, a 14. Ghana, yeah, 1 liter per barrel. See, a do 7.8, a be 8 cities. I think, say, a woman said a pigeon, but any bad. I will say we have to blame the president. We and your man akufo-addo and akufo-addo we Ediaba or Concasia, United States of America, UK, Canada, Germany, Italy, and in Krahodo, Europe, including and the southern part of America. And then we have to say, any fun American, Nina and Tukwa, SC. Between the Russians and Ukraine for no. As I speak to Ghanaians, especially in Yanum Kumayako, issue and the and Yanum Penimranti and Mabawa issue and the Ukraine and Russia Bibium or Mokasa once and Kabeya, evacuate you, Yanko form and for Emra. Nigeria for the article and say Omo form call for a free Ukraine man. I don't pay in Sabeka or Penikasia where development economists. Was senior research fellow, Center for Social Policy Studies, University of Ghana, Legon, Dr. George Domfeh, and a guest and pay champion Ziga, Ira Christian Donk and pay on the video to I'm watching and pay now what you send but then Mama started texting message, and Mr. Donk on to me Monday, now what you are I've been on Yakukuma. Atnase and 25th February, we bring us a jacket to ya. She can't be fast manage Usika. Sika no ebini ho. And she won't do any D any atoton. Monteteso. Make us monton the all form. Jessica no be bring out to me. See, are they?
Yeah.
I could tell you any rather. Me too Ghana for.
Say, some now can answer in a mystery. Say, no chase a good be any new. Yeah.
Where they?
I don't know who more brought him.
That I used to say. But they make any home.
Oh, yeah. How to you need to manage it. And they are very important.
Sikana.
Yeah.
Hey, I know pay.
I know my bro for about. I don't know what this salad is. Okay, bro for. Yes, but very important. Say, ube managing. Say, nipa bebre no ano. Or ya or say, na maketi ane kakrebi. Ude na watch pempo na asa. But it depends on how you manage it. Yes. as to be brave.
At least we not gobe 4 CDs. Gobe 4 CDs, those on 3 CDs.
Maybe I will do gobe.
And you go some a food
makeup on a
makeup and I'm to the offer.
The fact of the matter, and say makeup no. So we can obey makeup dear, and also top up a prep.
Oh,
and yes, I would name you never say.
Oh, makeup let me someone.
Yes. So one top papa, and nanny and no skin in fact. Ever say when Ebe say was
so be
yes, or man you super pano.
To top papa mudia.
And there was also makeup on the obey the aton papa na preko. And yes, idea was me shedachi.
I see.
As me say ya.
I was for me the powder and the minimum. Ukraine, Russia. I I
don't know. The Russia man penny Vladimir Putin. Minima de or she was so. In fact, because minimum was as so party.
Oh, yeah, and what's Adolf Hitler?
I mean, I say because as I see your person called you bossy, dear.
And oh dear, and
won't foul she.
Obiasasi.
Oh, say, me de so ya foko.
Echo.
She say, and rami who Ukraine or more capital no. Yeah. Na for cars about peso on traffic was on. Everybody is trying to move out. Are they? So and we are saying now be to me can be Putin.
There be Putin, is he bigger than United Nations? Any we are similar man I
don't get it. I am very, very disturbing. And
only say African leaders limited and Cabrofona captain. That
is not what to mean. I
Mugabe.
I didn't know where they want to mean carrying them. Nani, all ya.
I say we are not fair to ourselves.
I mean, what is this? A hard journey. I was
a farm go also. Yet, hey, Nanka Ghana, your Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, some Assassi, I never saying
at time. And sadly, we ne rippling effect, no, the whole world, though.
Oh, yes.
The whole world, the analysis here, America, prices of oil, crude oil price soars past $100 since 2014. I've been see that. And Nina is as a result of Vladimir Putin.
And brother Michael or Toronto or the Abba or say Camobiant or say Canadian dollar no trade gas. You see a omo pejamo Emma Sikabe 10 cents abe count surface no moton. Just a bia ye pejabo no ha abena areho. Me share enwa just a new model a sending me na making can one no. Sisia no o share asat 24th February 2022.
Yes, Enro.
I say historically it is a backwards we see that for the gas price no I say plus 2 cents and the keka ho just say why you dating projecting now to say e bo no adechia yetimi di plus 3 toso adechia yetimi di plus 4 e bo yetimi di plus 5 sa and echo nti no just say from January to February but no we are seeing go farm go on gas from a bibia ya tutu.
Yeah. And very distant.
Then Ghana.
It was a we are some penny for Kabi Beach no. Now Johnny oil no. Na hardwene.
You ever the work at them come
yo and me the ABC na chassis. Okay. ABC on the side of ABC of the stories no. Now what they about or say Russia Ukraine war. Crude oil price soars past $100 since 2014. We a news desk reporter, omode additional facts from the BBC and the CNN. And omode aba. You be ready kakra. Agyapong has been absent without permission for some time now.
Speaker.
Alban Babi.
Na so obi nko parliament I say say mra ho etimi sanction no. And I also obi determine the fate of those absentees.
Yes. Russia-Ukraine war, media must paint true picture of repercussions.
Very good.
Yes.
I know you can want some pay.
Government urged to introduce policies to cushion Ghanaians as fares go up on February 26. Such na nation say. Mamifa enkomoy. Russia Ukraine assuming the price of Brent crude hit $102.30 a barrel at one point yesterday, Thursday night, and the highest price for about 8 years after President Vladimir Putin launched a special military operation in Ukraine. Russia is the second biggest exporter of crude oil, and it's also the world's largest natural gas exporter. Stock market fell, with the UK's FTSE 100 index opening down more than 2.6%. Earlier, stocks in Asia and had fallen sharply, while Moscow Exchange suspended trading shortly after the Rumble plunged to its lowest since early 2016. The Ekanko singing and say, Adia Russia for in Ukraine for ANT. To see America say crude oil no nebo abasoro. And see any one was a Ghana ha. De biara da obeko filling station no. Na ya tu. Over page 3, Mr. Speaker na eka say on say Mr. Speaker say enkrofo ebi kotu no media ne mo say ono no grant permission ma ono abo adwasafo e ma wotu kwan a o ma parliament and 15 days na wo senko ai oye absent na twam also o ma ne permission bi anti no ma obi attribute the absence no to ono say ono ne ma na sa kwan no. Lands Minister inaugurates committee to review report on divesting of lands here. We are not yedi hu komo bebre o Man FM. Lands Minister no wa power bedwako bia lawyer Agyapong bi na nsa won na da no e no wo kire se hu be hia se committee no wo bo behwe na esase bi wo ho a ebi wo ho ye nkonwa dia stool lands ebi wo ho a ye busua dia family lands ana se individual lands bi wo ho a abanje ya obesan da na e de ama omanfo na se obehwe a ya na hemfo no bekasa se asase abanje ye no afa anye redi a onsan fa wo ma de ma wo ntie no hu committee e na aban no ate no yes and okay mama ko page 5 so editorial no near ABC e kanyina ne say Russia and Ukraine war na ekoso no e was he painted the true picture of repercussions as soon so a e de beba aman bi ti say Ghana yeso eno na ne wa chiro won editorial no nya ABC news ne bi kenkan ya come up
na amenfa the Bokrata the Daily Guide the Bokrata Adjoa suffers fate in limbo. Bloody war breaks out. Putin attacks Ukraine by land, air, sea, cyber. Over 1,000 Ghanaians stranded and oil price skyrockets. Oh, and for you know that one, Papa be a Putin picture that no. Oh, what's here? Ni Papa ne would no. I say, who read here? I say in the eastern Ukrainian town of Chugiv, a son wept over the body of his father among the wreckage of the missile strike in the residential district. Missile strike in the residential district. I told him to leave. I told my dad to leave. Very sad. Very, very sad indeed. Oh, Jesus. Abrafonso do muntimi nhyɛ dɛ nsu te sɛ n'ani nsu. We Ghana ni na bibini especially Ghana. No hu papa wo si a kejadwo obetwa ne esu obesu. Ka hu n'ani ma we hu gas wo nsu. Bibini obesu abraho su a na obe feel sɛ ne papa wo. Ato Asian point over 620 million Ghana cedis BOG cash. Hey, what do you see ka fa isika bra ya no so twen tinjina twen. Now, Metro Mass coordinator jailed for blackmail. Now, Ukraine assembly that Bernard Dikaka and address for the Nsuaka. At least in Sudan assembly that Waji Sika, Ghana Sika, Minumi and Sika. I'll pay me call my account to make a crack to my call here at tax. Yate the call. Yate. At least in Kakra Yate Tieno. Onfa Isika or JSL liquidity support, ne bank no one here Montino. I am so trained in a court. Na Katafa Tosunisia. I are who's a Ghana. O man, me see any ye da. I'm now training time, baby. I'm Jana. The security coordinator at the Metro Mass Transit Company Limited, Lawal Fuseni, has been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment in hard labor for blackmailing the company's former Managing Director Bennett Abuaje. The convict in March 2018 planted a voice recorder in the office of the then Managing Director. Wow. Ostensibly to blackmail him, and succeeded in recording his boss, and subsequently demanded $1 million. Hey, Siko demanded no. $1 million to destroy the audio recording. According to he succeeded taking 40,000 Ghana cedis out of his demands, 400 million. Or the recorder, I question the boss office. No, also Bennett Abuaje, Metro Mass Papa, Humba, SMB, Omo Audio be Abrantin, or a security coordinator, security boss.
Our office.
A Metro Mass. Already Pabonini. It's a man of 10 years. But, okay, with the influence here. The influence here. Until I don't pay the worker daily guide. Mammy be a woman for you, a year you can, you ask a topaya to a good name. I bring a who. Then you mean to. They are questioning who. And chemicals no more to explode in a good who penna one and also when it comes to his animal, Russia for me expert. And somebody a bomb no more hojuma. Until some years only when you talk omit medieval. The next newspaper.
Ghanaian Times number day twice. Ghanaian Times will say President laments Russia-Ukraine conflict, expresses concern about safety, evacuation, and oil prices. Iyoko warns public about 2 Ponzi scheme operating online. Soldiers set house, excavators, others ablaze in attempt to fight galamsey. Government committed to reducing housing deficit, works housing minister. Mampeni and Odina Nwatu be Ukraine sensemi and will say Adia Russia for no air and hydrone a sunset. We know ebema oil prices akosoro e wo wiase afa na nyina Ghana yenso ebekayen na o se aban egusu yenhyehyeye se wone Ghana na musifo e wo honom no ebekasa na se hu behia se wode Ghana fo ade hye wo honom ba o menyimu a wode wo mo beba Iyokofo no mo ma Ghana fo woni o mo uko page 15 e honom na story no wo omo de aba maame COP maame tiwa adodankwa Iyoko boss na ne fonyi da he
okay
omo si company mienu bi e wo online we ya omo so omo ma osika ba ko the Royal Gardens Network and a Habitat Mobile Money Lending omo online we ya omo si first cab omo ma omo yo say company no omo a Bank of Ghana register omo Securities Exchange Commission form register omo a company na cry and register or registrar general ho and omo online omo yes Ghana for a part here for ebebre wo honom so omo do musica koma wo omo ma wo ni o nya mane nyansa
Ghana for abanade na my yes
ni bre say aboa no open ni moja dodo aye di nso na frem no enti Ghana for mo money na ho na sa no man don't fall for it. Why? Government committed to reducing housing deficit. Okay, yate. Now no operation hot eye for ya say ya Canada. Say omuko Agyapong no and the excavator bi ombe hu bia no mo twagya atweme no and na omode hu mfonyina ba beto Ghanaian Times anymore. Oba Ghanaian Times back page also Crisport Health and Diagnosis Center inaugurated at Domfeh. The advert. Ghana Japan signed $269,141 agreement for health education and a project ahodo and also so Ghanaian Times the Bokrata no ediaba mefa yinsanto aso
na mefa daily graphic Russia-Ukraine conflict, safety, evacuation of Ghanaians key, President akufo-addo, La Manche, funeral slated for March 7 to 20th. And you know, you can say, almost year from 17th to 20th.
Yeah.
Electoral Commissioner's appointment must be competitive. Professor Agyapong, and the government pays 16.45 billion to power producers. Deputy Energy Minister, and also Nsema Kratafet also do me and all this answer me aba. Na mampani kasa se ye Ghana for war Ukraine or more safety ehun hia se kwa akofo mo ba aba kroma no eno so yade ehun hia pa. Na former senior United Nations governance advisor Professor Bafo Agyapong and kasa se yi mpanifo mbe electoral commissioner nyi it should be competitive. It shouldn't be like, say, appointments by political appointment. Yeah. You're already quit this as me tonight. Kratafa, it also do me as this as a back page. So I said, man butcher's daughter injures wife. Nebano ni niba or butcher no. 3 years, 3-year-old girl.
Was why end
Is he 25-year-old farmer? And yeah, some kaka 25-year-old and so. So I want to go to Chaba, a butcher as a April Prayer. As he chrono de yes easy. Yes easy. Mampurugu Muandungri district. Mampurugu Muandungri district, Northeast region.
I see.
I was sure. Christport Hospital inaugurated in Accra, and also I was here. Double character daily graphic back page. And so, now about Tracy Kama, IPP, Independent Power Producers. Is there any problem? Energy sector, and can you be Duma second? Can you a bit made Dakubi? But say a bit made Doom to set another Doom so on there. And the akufo-addo, name MPP by
The new crusading guide in Russia-Ukraine invasion, safety of Ghanaians, evacuations, and oil prices top akufo-addo's headache. BDAC Foundation family donates dialysis machines to Eastern Regional Hospital. Assault at Tema Passport Office. Immigration officers put their hands in my brazier and mercilessly kicked and hit me until I fell. Mayam Suleiman narrates. Remove all structures on Sakumono Ramsia site. Nungwa traditional rulers appeal to government. Until Ukraine, Russia, the end of Canada, Mampeniche say, a idea had a papa pay a can oil price na debe kosro. A fair crofo or more honors or more Ghana this year. I was say a do or more eba or may emo. Now a rabbi and or dear true just say. Oko Tema Passport Office say Okwako apply no Okwako renew ne expired passport no. Na Oko ye no what just say Cecilia make us a petition Inspector General of Police Dr. George Akufo-Addo.
Good.
Say adia immigration officers ne die no in fact eni anye ho. So dear say my name is Mariam Suleiman, a Ghanaian citizen residing in Chad, Accra. I am writing officially to your office to report an incident of physical assault on my person by one immigration officer stationed at the Tema Passport Office. Wednesday, February 16, 2022, I went to the Tema office to apply for a renewal of my expired passport. Some minutes into the vetting process, some 2 officers began raising doubts about nationality as a Ghanaian merely on account of my inability to speak any local language dialect, aside English and Hausa, which I was raised with. Not any long thereafter, one of them asked me to call my parents, ostensibly for them to confirm if I am a Ghanaian. I respond to that request. I mentioned that I was old enough to handle issues of that nature on my own. The officer got angry and threw my documents aside and moved on to attend to other applicants. I picked up the documents and rose to leave since it was evident their action that I was never going to get my application. When I got to the main road close to the passport office, I heard a voice calling me from behind. It was the officer in charge of vetting. In an apparently calm manner, he asked me to come back. In my mind, I thought he had reconsidered his decision. So out of respect and hope to have my application for renewal of passport, I heeded and returned to the premises. I was taken to a man whose name I would later learn as Dela for further interrogation. This was after the initial long interrogation in the end. The Awaka say in answer so passport. Passport now Awaka renew no. Almost 1 year Ghana and Nissan say how was any brofun kwan waka. It almost as a shame in Brazil munin higher. Almost saw na so bonina. It was a petition, 10 or the IGP say on your investigation.
Oh, no more. The Brazil, the Muslims say. And
I meant to say no. Assault at Tema Passport Office. Immigration officers put their hands in my braziers.
Maybe I see a Ghana do. No, not Ghana near. Is that the process?
Yes,
or the process? But the Brazil, the Okosum say. Hey, well, in your security, no. So I'm petition why?
Or petition IGP.
Inspector General Police.
Yes.
Okay, and the so to take action. BDAC Foundation Family Support Eastern Regional Hospital with dialysis machine. That's the daily statement. World leaders G3 as Russia invades Ukraine. Housing deficit down by 33%. Akufo-addo worried about safety, evacuations, oil prices. And also, and the Anopay Kratafe Tosso 9. And the Agyapong money. Is there any sponsor? Yeah,
okay.
I was a Kofodia Hospital. Or
Eastern Regional Hospital.
Oh, a very nice place.
Oh, okay.
Omo ehia kadienti foundation bi anase NGO bi akomo dialysis machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anti ya the papa. See ya na yi na ehwe. Ana afi se ne Russia na yi ntokwa no so. Eno so hunsem ewo ha. The Minister of Works and Housing, Francis Asensibuacha, has described the new data on housing that puts the national housing deficit at 1.8 million, which is a 33% reduction from the previous 2.8 million. And they say, and housing deficit no sort. The unpaid worker this answer me about First Lady reaffirms commitment to improving literacy. And also I will have say unpaid worker Kratafe so mensa the daily statement and some what mean about kakra.
Yo, Chronicle the Bokata and I'm the Chronicle was say Akufo-addo drags Russia Ukraine war on fuel prices, safety of Ghanaians. Ghanaian students in Ukraine call on government for evacuation. Michael Sechi, others remanded for trafficking firearms. Most young ladies can't even prepare soup. Bruno, regional minister, blames it on social media. Absentee MPs to know their fate today, Speaker declares. Until Russia, the end of Canada. Ghana, addition for your more Ukraine. No, they are to buy him, Sebeya, come for Mumra, Muchizano. Russia, Ukraine, one more hour, Motier, almost Bujem, to one more bomb on our betting boom, 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 son, and the Harjane. Now, Rashibidia 4 years, or more come Rashibidia more, or more so, or more Srequino. And the speaker say, or Bishai or Musso. Or more, Senia, a fee neck will be doing Muduma, Rashibidia or the Betudra. Now, Uko page 14, Bono regional minister, N.A. Cassay. Or say a man named Mario now or Mabano. One more name quiet. One more name Adrian Noir. Yes, because Omo at social media 247.
Omusa Eda, Tama, or
near my hood or say or more time. No, my men do Omuko Fuman or Pa. Omuko Fumu Bubu Jaco, the Adrian Bomo, my barracks a patase. O de my main country. O my bet now or Yacha Womodian and Noir. Was it near my one dear? Dear Obenian was social media and no pay. Now no make what some baby could do no. Yes, the baby told or couldn't be a movie said or couldn't run and say, na Sunday in a mobana. And almost so there be Sunday, dear, say Uncle Fool into Munwadi and almost say, oh, dear, there be Sunday, dear, a more uncle be deed or couldn't be. There's a minimum. Why? Tell him my one abano. I was some yes, I research, but this is Dr. Domfeh Boame. Yes, I research. And a regional minister, Eke, Mammy Justina Usubana, he can say, a very bad precedent, and a yes, certain. There's a bono once I'm not okay. I only a Methodist, a man, a Koshia or the Tudra. Or say a Myron social media and one a woman, Tim Quine. Or that's any young Quine Ubenu and a bad. As a more canon, when you inquire of an Appleton. And only near war, shooting Quanshiro, Shiro, and swim. And I don't need it. And no, and Quanshiro, they are saying it. A good fool son of Winnie White. But as some Panama, many can. Eja Edase, Mr. Robert Finn, Edase, but a summer was here, Reneka. Yeah. And my one are banning Median. No party. Mimi said the Adrian moment of this young man. A baby in Median. Who are Sabi, a patrol, a chima, crowd. Oni bi oni apa.
And o ma hihye o mmore no.
Atensatensene.
Sa mmore tende o yo ba. Eba so de si munsiesie ho.
Yeah.
Mu dware musiesie ho e wo hye mo a. Musira de yi susa mmore.
Me share evident me to me ho.
Sa.
Obi aso share experience in time.
But we infante forma. Omonya de waduane mu. Just that ombebo ka.
Sa anchicholo dos.
Mo. But udi a obeka ho. So, and how the fire in your mic before na. Omo yes ene mo.
Ane kama.
Adode no. Rade. O kweli yo masante fo ma ya.
Nanka what?
Adwene ayi.
Bo adwene nkwan. But Mariwa no omo hu ne say life is not all about social
media. Bebre na kwa already de mo abesi obi gonu meduane. Se metie ya mabetena kopem se nyime. Meba no obo nkwan fo ama me. Media wasi wo.
Obekun. Mo fi aduane ye Mariwa.
Ena aduane so mo amfan enioma papa anya be ma kwetimi kun be. Ekun be ma.
Se omo sori ya enye denti no ma sesa omo spices ni de egum. Na nkwan so kura de ehu ye de spices so. Nkwan.
Therefore, I say mobile nkwan ho training. Ho. Yo, abena akoko ekuma na otene karo. Anope ene development economist, senior research fellow, Center for Social Policy Studies, University of Ghana, Legon. Wa Beniseja, Dr. George Domfeh. And you know, and I baby din komo e we economist and see a very global pandemic, a global crisis, especially COVID-19. The akofa, but the akoso Ukraine, Ghana economy no fuel increment, any other economic related matters. We'll be discussing these and many more live here on Ghana's biggest channel, Net2 TV. Indeed, beyond the limit. Joining our social media platform, now YouTube, we have messages and what they about. Ukraine, concerns, papa. Abananya kuku kuma nipa bebre so mo chia hoko pacho oba hema esidua also wa hema chia wa no pay me show from Virginia and person me can say Putin is threatening US, UK and the rest of NATO states. So it's a big case. Ahmed Kwachi say good morning or wa hena abna or say or crowd pa or baba na nyoma konkan or no watching dialogue from London. Yeah, that's it. Ira Ahmed Kwachi Asar Bidia good morning wine greetings to Oba Pa Abnanya Kukwekma. Keep on your good work. Love you all. Watching live from Holland. Bibi fine. We should take a cool chill in Africa. What is happening in Russia and Ukraine benefits resulting from balancing the world power. Nampa was it Abimadi Tio? Was he a papa, especially the Akoso Ewono? Itiye papa wade abanti there aseda emma wo say odo afidi no atoha na we are still reminding Ghanaians that SIM card registration is still ongoing. Failure to register your SIM card, if you don't register your SIM card, indeed you will not be able to make calls, make voice calls, use mobile money services, internet and all other services linked to the SIM card. To register your SIM card, you can first of all get Ghana card. Okay, Ghana card before you can register your SIM card. And also dial *404 hash. Then you follow the prompt. Then you know what to asusa echo. And the 25th of February 2022, and Abahasi. Until ye cow say Bosumi we mo e wona nchimi aka na fuam yensa 3 days. Na ye de bosomi we akọ na wiye tisha nso ye called the 1st of March that will be Tuesday and tisha nso mama say 31st March and nombo e kire se wa hom be registration ni nyina nti ye nhye nso tutumirika na kokko register our SIM card. Dr. George Domfeh ababedu onfa ne breni agro na oba be cancer wa no pay dey obeboye so I mean go deeper into matters related to our economic indicators. Ghana isikasem ehfa na yewo na bia ye dui bia ye pemko ebi mu se wiase ne Ghana jija Ghana for say ne man koyi aban na say Ghana or no way professional also chira the University of Ghana Legon nti mbeboa ye say Ghana nkwani hunu sei anase ni da so ewo doc emoache
me ni am Joseph
ahode o
Yehowa ne mompa ye hu ye pa
abusuafo no to say
obi a hu ye me ni
da yesu ase Dr. Domfeh na yene no ebabidi nkomo doc ye be hye nkomo na ase yemfa Ukraine ye no yemfun free anase menim COVID-19 eba economic indicators Ghana for susisia full increment Ghana for say nyoma enkoye yentade economy no Ghana ne to say baby ayedu ne Ukraine dia be bom COVID yemon komo yi ni baako enhya se free my Ghana mo
yo menia enti mame na mase se mama me akwanya kese ti se sanopai da me so memra me kire madwene
all right
o mai sikasem ho
okay
na me kan sana na me chia wona otati me voice ona ota send me messages no ma mo hwe anopa nyina no be a good morning
obi ajo so
yo minia nansai minya minkaza mu fidie baako na me wo ha no ofre me say Yura former president Mahama me manache anopa papa or say Ghanaian economy is collapse. Enti na anu yi ni meden kakra enti na mi busani pakro so we show say Yura Yondramani Mahama ne kan sa say me was say and na so okay so on the kan ya e bia na one ten say ba ma mi musa wo so me no ka say economy e die na e friend sa
okay
nti na akwese ni bukure ye fuka krese ase obi a wo frɛ me abuza me na meza no kwasa me say there's a lot of confusion when it comes to ade your friend economy no nti ade bi ansa na beka se bi ase no gi say dey wo ti ase se wonni nti ase e masa ade na ya na din say wo be ka say ase and unfortunately economy no so obi a wo call fa so e dey wo ti ase the era Dramani Mama kan say collapse no menyi na chinye won ntiase a wo economy no nti na e mai dey all cancer no kwasem no say si ase mi fira bontini si ase me fa me comedy na marketer obi a obehunu bia no hia na ne nimdie ne sebe de ohun niema no nti no obe define economy wo akwandu asaso
okay
nti there was several definitions for ade friend economics but any economics no ade a ye kan say economics ya kwaya enipa faso eye adwuma
okay
eye bibi na ede o ye ni yie ye ka say prudently
okay
o fa kwan so ya ade bi yi na onya aduane esi ni tables enti bibi a wo be ya se be be ma waduane bia no eno ne ye frɛ ne dey economy
okay
enti ye wo ye frɛ no microeconomics and the macro ye ka say macro na eno ye national tenache say ebi eno ho asem na Yura Dramani Mahama yeken ene ka say micro e individual ti wo ti hey wadwuma say na tie asem ye si ye nyina no how has it affected you as an individual
okay
oba usika de bia wunya etua wo ka no ne de wo de fa ka na wo de top petrol ni ade no wo hwe wasetene bu da
ekosai
ene start man na covid ne ma ye no so be aba
okay
and no ye individual level and sani wi aya ko omanu mu nyina no so no ensusanso be na enya wo man no na yenkomodi ne no yenye no oman ni nyina no na chire no micro no ya studies akra me no ka say me gusu data damani ma me analyze data on the impact of COVID-19 kwaya amanfo bi ensama o maka said the no personal economists no said the COVID no susanso boni enya ene ahokyera ene omo bibi ato omo no mutu ewo several indicators who bia no be enkomofo da bi but then the yemfa macro no because a macro that is the national level economy so that is the economy of the state and only a friend macro.
Okay.
It is a cancer collapse here. And so dear Ben a cancer collapse because say one way na acquire or soon some or soon ya boa or some pa and the baby at say na papa be per se or mam any pebi yama you who said there was son or city
okay
or soon ya boa be our nante from the so we didn't what to say die or to say in order said ye behu said there was so sitting into no ofa nkrofo nsia ana ode entima chichire omu nyina ani na no actually odom call so no odom call park bi a wo so gina ho na wo ma wo kwa so obi a nko wa wo be ko no ba bi a wo nsa be ka wo so no bi a no brabe ka kire se de wo so city papa ya se ma wo ye ne se bi asa ankrofo no mu ni mo so no mu nyina hu wo so picture da obi hu bi kro hu wo so picture da but no person wo kire se opinion.
Okay.
Yes, it's a news. I get my some. I say, Obi anko ne de. Tie no opese o masa asem we a dead. And this angrofo edu mo nsa kokeka oso no. Ebi baaye no, ose oso no, oso no te say o de nsa kokeka oso no furu no trunk no. Oso no class what te say e dan. Wo. This okotie say nipa no nko a no asema. Ebeye wo say oso no te say Kencity dark is easy. Because I don't know who's also say no. I say, well, and see to so I didn't see what 10. Obisu Koya no Coco show or sono anono. Or sono to say walk cracka. Obisu Koya or Coso on the night. Or so sono to say a diakesi.
Okay.
And the one said, so my client said, Obia emfa the view
emra
enka Ghanaian economy no ho a do okoso on hwene beka se Ghanaian economy te se wo do okoso na funu beka se te se dai do okoso on na beka se te se dua ne nam se yempese nkomo no bekoso science no ye will be a friend macroeconomic indicators no enya wadwen enya madwen objective measure of how well the economy is faring.
All right.
And we ye nsusu dua bi a enye obi adwene na emum eye die AC pefe ana ya sansusu dua na to ho ti sansusu dua no ye fa no maako e de hwese economy bi collapse ana enti ye no ma nyankopon aye yadom kakrama ye wosu ehunu kakra wo man sikasem mu no ye ko ye wosu apon no eno ne ye kire eno so na ye sua ye gusu a ye kire nyina ye sua to bo metimi sua de ama de chi enye se bia ifiti ya na ya ba ne ye kasa ye na research ye ne data bia na me ye hu adwuma ma ye hu adwuma me no te nyina me ni kura
ma me hu for your face
oh dia na so wo benya sa nyima we nyina na wonua ene nkora bi o ma bom so me politicians na mo ne na radios na nsen me ko yi tamali kakra ko ye adwuma am research ya ye nam ye pese hu amanfo asetenam dia ye he nkoro bebre be ko so no obi okra covid nkra on din no wonte wo so se ne ye se ya bi aba na adwuma na oye no no da ye no onte ade a ha me se what se petrol so bo aye da apart from petrol no nka covid kra na nya so so bia
onte hwe
so obi wa ha okọ market enam covid nti ni dwa kakra sika kakra no ngodidi dwa no watene fie di ama na wonye sika emfanya adwuma nti esi bebrebe ba ni nyina nkanfu ano ye macro economy no ebe me yehu the sum total de esi nyina na me ba betena na me de wiemhye bi na bai na me kokotena omo ye friend dey say na mo friend no me yete airport wa ye twen ne aba no na TV bi ebo ho no na mo fidie ba ko ene na aba so den
okay
na say no pa omo ye discussion say ya na ye say akwa bi as a NDC deputy yes Medina Agbana or something
Edem Agbana
or
deputy national youth organization
na owo TV so na okasa den this economy no edika say ansa na covid dey ba na ansa na economy no kra no covid dey ba no na debt to GDP ratio no ye nsusu die ba kon e dey economy no say na say debt to GDP ratio na ye 78 na me nua okasa no ye ni sase
ni breso
na me so unfortunately ba bi a onzo wagi dini ana na TV wote so ana oje ho because the obusa question is be na ni efra the all cancel na ni efra enti the otie ebetie na ono so ani akofra enti ye make decision enti make good decision ti me buy na sa television station so me ta akọ pa
okay
me call pa enti who na me frɛ o microphone am say no you don't allow settings to go on. A true does, and the other time, na me shamo. Any encrophobia, me person me bo mu dino haba. Kukra de na we student we former NDC national national executives ni na ba konso akwa bi so onzo na onzo party bi am PNC ni netimi aka na omo na onzo wo mu na so omo panyin ne entisa na omo na economic figures bi omo
keka bobom
utia ya na ha adwen na menim de ye de tro no epese ye de ko because you ntimi fa tro enchechire o mawe so saade no eya yenka enya yenka so na menua me ka se etro age o man ene na no kran ne say no kran ne de ewo bukum ti de me kan no obi a won me nya adwen bia no ko eno ko internet so a Google a eni mani nyina wo o hia se obi be kan kire wo tie se economy yagu ade ba ko a eye fapem ya ye de hwese economy akolapse pa no eye de fe no focus on the economic growth. Okay. Economy bia na ese enyini. Se memfa ne se afi etwa mu ye GDP, because GDP it is the money value of all goods and services produced in a country during the fiscal year. Enti afimu ni nyina no adwuma a wo ye de me ye de obi aye na adwuma no buo no ye kamu ma na fe ne GDP. Sabe GDP nye sika ya da ho se ye kasa aba GDP ye Ghana 85 billion and chere se about 85 billion da ho a ye di dabi.
Oh, okay.
The money value utia se adwuma a wo ye se what ase me madwuma me ye chire ni ya me si me ole gon bo so me so ayetua meka enti afemu ni nyina me sika na me nya no times 12 my contribution. That is my value. That's my wealth. That is my contribution to GDP. Obi do banche. Afimuni nyina o 2 banche, $100. Or 2 banche bag be 100 cedis. 100 times 100 I say 10,000. And no any the contribution to GDP. And the hell man obi a or woman ma ye adwuma bia no economic activity bia o ye bia no ne buo no ne akani nyina bom ene ma ye GDP. There's one person who's the economy, no, economy, GDP, no, Ninkwani moon, your friend GDP growth. Yes, I hear positive. So Ninkwani moon, you're positive. At any bien, you want to say economy, no, economy.
Okay.
Sabe, I dear be connetia, and your casa de egu. So, man, FM, more hey, na 10 bia, maybe a nipa 1,000 a team. So, what I say, let's say, I dear and then 1,000 a team. I dare change you buy no 1,200 a team. I dare change you buy 1,300 a team. Over case adwumanu.
Dabi economy.
Say e ko ba say 1,000 team ne. Na de be che no 900 na team. Ade be che 800. Eno no che say eno kran ka say agu o. Yes egu. Enti say bi mu say economy na egu. O mu kwa do mu say agu. O ka say agu kra de na che say
enya bibia ni ho.
Na no ya na ye kind of act of ignorance.
Oh, okay.
So what I say, the Bible crack, I was in India, no musipin. A trona does a ne, or mumuditro, a country, a cassa name by you presentasi, a cobia metara, no more than Zergunity, or ditrop, and Anna may visit on said him. So, what in Zergunity, no, TM, no, Cassan and was the general report. Ghana by the 12.8 billion. Abaye Abudini and 2020 Auditor General Report 12.8 billion amadi. Na onse sadi ways will be tia kwa fasika akwa obi baby. But and this Auditor General the report number the first report the first item of the reporter 10 billion of the 12.8 billion was say loan recoverable. Send a chere. A chere say amano the agencies of government, the departments, agencies, abano and krabatano. A car a man for the woman timian tria na so mutia the year 2020. Na yes so mutia woman tria ma bino.
And 10 billion out of the 12.848 million.
And no a chrono.
Wow.
And so oti one or tiama and then the cool near my name because we'll be so you need to be no cotia we are.
No, it was
as well cool baby no was sabe because antisa 2020 no enyema anko yie ntinim adwumaku bebre ba no mo dia baaka no o ma ntimi ntua baaka enam se ne nyema so ntia ba so ntimi anya dai an sinketew anyi sika no. And 10 billion out of the so-called 12.8 billion, I say abaye no. Yeah, young kwachi akufo-addo neighbor umiantumu no. Yeah, man for the year day, because I'm not now cry former minister be eko kase me man bagana web. Mama cry me send message command and say, oh shenika say na somehow can it's not like that. Na 10 billion, a car, na esa badge na COVID by na se mefa say o man FM mo dia ba ka na aba be siasa chinchina oba beje I want you about nti amanfo mo dia ba ka say aba je 10 billion aba ntimi anye
because obia ho kire no
obia ho kire na aba ntimi anye eno no eye kro no ana sika na emu 1.8 billion na just all they can 10 billion akoye
11.8
1.8 billion no so no eye cash irregularities na no se ba enchire kro no se me fan say me no TSC ya me ye adwuma wole won ne bia legon me fa bia me no me na me ye I'm spending officer na me na me head ya twara koma abai say ehia car na ehia no abai ya twara in the procurement say me ye koto Twitter Camry sikana che sikana be sikana to be okre delay kama sikana ba ye no Twitter Camry be come market ni bi ni ho timisi ehia car na de makwa koto amikorula omuta isa pa
oh okay
and your friend misappropriation just say we kwaya na eso nka fisika no
ye bibi no
wa nya but saka na mekoto ye no bintimi emfa nkobi fie still ya ba dia elegon dia
oh I see
anansa sika no kra no bi on buy no sika na beto account abeto of university account but me sakra nyanka ma me fa nkoto ade a ese me de koto
ade so hia
so mi hia bi to kra de ama me ade no kra no eso na akwa atwe na nya bi omunya ba pe eye cash and irregularity
wow
enti dia ya na esini say sika ni nyina abai kambo mu wi a your public accounts committee and in the wisdom of the constitution you know the head of the public accounts committee you know why opposition party and you say James is
Afeji Klucha Aveji
on the
chairman of the PAC
and he said or spending officers no omo beba be explain
Gentia cash irregularities no buy all right
now want me anya no ye no ye be sa charge one more tria ama say punishment bi why the man so what you say enti eso na no nya sa na abo asane ba ya no nimdia ni padodo na nim ne true amanfo pese ye die enti no bi mu kra de say bawumia na awie scan because omo nim say na do ho nya hie bawumia na obeba so what you say bawumia osimu say because yen come suspending officers no kra no they are not politicians o say yeah uko bia Bono regional for example the regional coordinating director on the spending officer uko district baby ameme wa half district am Tano South wako Tano South is here the coordinating director no on the politician
a civil servant
on the sheme sika we yedi
okay
so what as so asem ba say
yeah the target politicians
enti Ghana muma yen kan no kre no na yenya say because enunti no I do you do me I do you I'm MPP nya no ma di trogu I'm NDZ nya no ma di trogu I'm MPP so e pasa yem fa no kra ne nya adwuma nti no e ma ye hu no kra ne de ya adwuma wa fa no kra so nya adwuma economy na nti
you can achieve the
etimi ba no na me ka say o ma na FM ye ka say egu a na che say ejira na bi so bi a workers mo 20 enne mo 20 ade achi na mo workers akoduru 30 egu that is a more common.
Yes.
More workers a co-faulter. Sabi, say, you man a co-former, and yes, was a you can a befa. So what? But I come say, any part 20 a year, Jumawa, and then my nipa 20. Next week, member not any pana beke 15. A then
just a new man kui.
A Jumano co-form.
Yes.
Member, any pana 10. And then man on cough. And the Bassana saw the bad GDP, a very negative growth. Now, no question, from 1957, I fear. You know the highest GDP negative growth on negative 12.8% was 1975.
Wow.
If you economy non and conform pass view. Of course, the year 1980, 81, 82, 83, these 4 years in negative growth. When you negative growth, and that is economy no a tisanity. And look, I can say collapse. You can say a collapse. Because all tisa we chini the nature say oh forward enipa oh forward na just say be ka unkasa so so atas na say oh ko wanimu dia say o ma na fam adwuma yefo mo aye 100 china o ma ye 120 a wo si egu da bi economy no dia susu dia e de kire say enyini no e na friend growth no 1983 and the last negative growth. Indeed, the year 2020, the whole world, say economy ni nyina to 12 pounds. South Africa, almost 40 something negative growth. Japan negative growth, UK negative growth, US negative growth. In fact, global economies now on my register with IMF no more year. They are over 180. 180 no. A month 37 per and a positive growth rate. Now it may interest you to know that 37 na Ghana come.
Oh, I see.
Ghana you growth no, in 0.4 growth. And then actually say the year 2019, na your GDP no, and you know 100 cities. The year 2020 no, your GDP no, economy call 100.04.
Oh, okay.
Not just I'm from.
As one
name. But size 0.04 na yenya no. Sorry, 0.4 right. Sorry, 0.4. Size 0.4 growth rate na yenya. It is the lowest since 1983. I know the no question.
Wow.
I don't know bet you said the COVID you know so bonia in our economy no. So what you say? It's 0.4. And I also quite I was like 2020 the economy no became bigger than it was in 2019 because 2019 no now we 100. We a growth rate of 0.5. I say when you am a 100.4 100.4 so 100. Now no question is say 2020 ni there now your growth rate no happened to be the lowest since 1983. Me no cause we be a wuti ni bia betimi agugu no awe. Now about 2021, 2021 first quarter, the economy grew at 3.1%.
Because of COVID?
Let's just say,
free 0.8 mobile anymore. So if not the COVID,
in fact, answer the COVID, the 2019 economy grew over 6%, around 6.5%. And akufo-addo buy, you know, Obeji free year, John Dramani, Mahaman, and the economy grew at 3.4%.
I don't know Mujato. John Mahama time.
And Nana akufo-addo so be boy ma growth no otimi eboa ma no konani ma nenenam 6.5% 2019 answer na COVID somewhere there ebeba no. And COVID buy na say ma e call 0.4
no. Na say e hwan buy a chikura.
But say no yasama e home so because the last quarter fourth unza afibia no mchemu 4. Yeah. January to March 31st March. April, 1st April to June 30th. Yeah. 1st July to 30th September. And then 1st October to 31st December. Different 4 quarters. Now, the third quarter, no, that is 1st July to 30th September. No, the economy grew at 6.6%. The growth rate.
Dr. George Domfeh, a development economist, senior research fellow, Center for Social Policy Studies, University of Ghana, Legon, and analyzing economic indicators proud to our GDP growth and in your Mahodwa. So stay tuned to the dialogue show, Financial Friday segment with Dr. George Domfeh. I'll be right back after this short break.
So now you're in coy. We are watching Jerusalem. Well, Lana me more why? Ejabedi there. Edrone any. We are Spanish garlic mixture. Ebuama moje defu sane. Ewo ni pedi eni mu ye. Collect. Afe so esanso bua emo obi okasa pampa ewo ni trim. Obi anakoma boni peli. Obi awo Johnson tentem. Obi ade na ase atatai. Afe so obi asrade adokono ni pedi enane ni nyina. Collect.
Eja, we also ye Spanish garlic capsules, a supporting immune system.
That's all.
Shenenso, Edroi, Enyama oba wa fair fru. The Oma Accra no for Accra onya in fear dumienu, intimate fair Edroi. Fre 0266 114111.
FDA Ashisha sa ijedi nkra to yimu Agyapong se
Welcome back. This is the Dialogue Show, Friday's edition, 25th of February, 2022. Medindi Owa Hene and Chibuisi Akwane Dr. George Domfeh. Afina do afidi na to ayehwe global economy erbeto Ghana macroeconomic indicators send GDP growth COVID-19 and Ghana for agitations on the increment of fuel prices and other matters relating to our economy, no, and nimidi for Dr. George Domfeh and you can join us on our social media pages, especially on YouTube at Net2TVGH. Hona binti do adventure afa. Ebejibre na ya kenkani na mo. Hi Net2 enti afei na obi atonsa afrewa afei na wabaha. E ka se ahyem komona se. Kwa yebetia kwa kwesi Ukraine Russia diem fuel prices ene ho komone se ne hote dok yehwe esikasem na nkasa no ye ka ho asem no bra aban eba amanyoku we ko na amanyoku we aba before mampene akufo-addo ba no na wakan sisusu dia se GDP growth near 3.4 a chese na ye nu ba bia nanka ye hwe se ye pem ko anima betimi abo ma Ghana for ho ahare mu inflation rate near the and 4 and it cost 6.5 until COVID-19 by you high bar format to 0.4 is here sa efro ko anim ye kan ni ababesi said do keke nyina ye book ma sem ye hunu ye butom ye hunu ofom ye hu anu cheche mai
mame nkono very fast so na me kasafa GDP growth no eno ne economy no tintim by e che se economy na egu ana se ekoso se me de o man FM yeah example se workers no egu ana no but amanfo mu team no common ko animu dia na che se adwuma no ekoso na bibia da DP face economy no growth rate na economy and na me che se growth rate na se am no kata the last quarter na 6.6 yeah mu nyina there this year growth rate no the final one nyama from 2.54 quarters ni nyina nkambom but they will gidie mapase ye benya almost 5% na impo yenya 4% is far no bigger than 3.4 and this obi ja no 3.4 now was 6 atom na economy ni mu na se ne ye 4% as was here go zani pa kono tena se ebebe o se na me ka se mema ye nye osoro de no because zani pa kono na o ka se egu no bi as atom no na petrol on top allowances and no he was in government and then he is not in government and you or no koso osuma obehunu osoro no kese na se de wasiti no in a different way so what I say ntina ye hwe timamufo no asetina mu nyina na saa ne ma ne ka ni nyina boma ye frɛ no macroeconomic indicators amamfo ta ka se yenni it is an insult of course macroeconomic indicators and the other money problem is that sometimes measure no etimi problem bia na abai bi nisusu ye money bi ntino and inflation with impasse nke say na enokra no ntimi nyesa Ghana ha de ntimi nyesa so I say and I say bia na figures no GDP growth aye ken den krofo bi akoye faculty kwa bi akochinchin ne but the thing say san krofo no Ghana sasca service omaye adwuma over the years no oma na da wo ho omu ye change wo ebi eco retirement there but the call I've been working with them for almost 20 years now. Okay. You know, I know quite a number of them. They are still the same people measuring our GDP near that. But could be another day per free mu Dr. Ibu Duncan. But we still have quite a number of them around. Very competent one. I mean, can say Ghana Sasca service. Omu nim DNA. Omu come first year Jumano. Yeah, the Omo compare. Yeah, they are one of the best in Africa. Nan saying Ajumakubi pesa wohe se wo pesa wohe o man omutimi quality data ye pa. Na Omo ye no almost select some countries in Africa. Me na me the lead for Ghana team. Okay. Yeah, no. Only one country, South Africa, pay the BTA in terms of data collection. No, I'm no money. Okay. So what I say, let me feel say the only moment two, and then Ghana Sasca service was even way ahead of. South Africa Sasca service. Okay. Oh, we are one of the best in the world. They are so good. So what I say, the figures no more the bano. And yet near AC Ghana. Because young person, we are so snow, we are so snow, we are so snow asono. And then you did macro or years I don't know, and the child in totality how an elephant looks like. And think go, it is a Ghana Sasca service in the bank. Because or sono, I want 99 and a set, Edria. The funu na tese dai na no na etese wo Sana Ghana Saska Service back and no only to a friend macroeconomic indicator.
Okay.
There's a no the totality of how the elephant looks like. Okay. Rather than say one son and nana also what you say.
No. Okay.
And the South figures no at the deep faces Sabra no or Casino. Ghanaian economy no it is not collapsed. Now no question they say it in terms of growth it is doing better than it was in 2016.
Oh, I see. Because
the last quarter it grew 6.6%. Yeah, I say this year, no, the growth will be even closer to 5%, if not 5%.
Wow.
Now say, offend them, figures be say, one of the international, they have to just say 4.7%. Grant say, me crowd them say, you be able to, and grant say 4.7%. I mean, you go school, 4.7 and so 3.4.
That's so.
And this will be a dear any movie 3.4, and no, because the economy, I could have said, there was no person country. I said, when you be okay. So what I say?
Okay.
Now, we did not cry to Nchaya. Adia, a ma, a hunchireba, a hunchire, a casa hunchira, near Mamun to Tumu. Economic hardship, no, the fap empire near Mamun to Tumu. Because what could you have 10 cities? 10 cities, no, auto a more bag, Busumi be out the moon, 20 cities, a top a more bag. So what I say? Now, 80 cities, be the 40 cities, a trial rent, only 20 cities, up to fuel. And no, because just no, fuel no. 30 cities. A more bag so 30 cities. Who feel as was out to. And the one we are, Sikabi and Anka with the two at the end, maybe no, what could you have the man where they? And because I could also add that. And generally a friend economic hardship. As the open, also I could just Cotonia, Cotonia, the Encouncil de Bato Edino, and then the one echo. Boom, Omukra de Anna Yamon because so no, Ocotona board, the unknowns or Tonia, on the Tona board. Yeah, I bet you must say, wasn't a drink, but many of Ninjan comes run. You want to see the idea or Mano, a hutcher, Obia or Biana or Ghana, 1983, 1981, 1981, net inflation, 122.5.
122.5%.
All they call you might 1, 2, 3. Say,
running up, yeah.
1, 2, 3. That has been the highest inflation that Ghana has recorded in our economic history. This afternoon, you can say, so inflation do 100 something. Oh, say na it a come by.
It's a DB say it come.
Say it a come by a mafia, you need a package in the museum in your paze, and I might say I changa. But the training was some crowds will be our phone. Emma, in fact, affected because Obia collabon a year. And the Sako, which will be a change. The collabone, wow, to near friend Rollins chain. So what I say, I start my Hunchano, and in 123%. Now you are John Dramani be free a Benyan Swakon. A Hunchana, a year inflation a measure. Now you're 15.4%. Okon. Now answer na COVID the Ebabano, now a Shayaba 7.8. Let us a COVID the Bacona Hunchano. But now, what's no, a share about 7.8.
Oh, I see.
In fact, Nancy, your share last year make 7%. Unfortunately, fuel prices in Shas air cost was a guy that COVID, and can say that I'm cranking too much because you're in the deep from groceries anymore. Abruchi Obiaka or Coma Motadi. You had a coefficient of Cotonadi, any one crown, you cry any one crown, no don't I could just Cotodi. I mean, Sabi more, any moon grass, and I know Modia, but I don't know. Cacrabiniama, Cacrabinia, Comos, Ecocotu. So I just say, and Tia, not more so, no, or my Cototo near Mano, any other than another boy that is a Bruchi, Amano, almost so far be a friend global supply chain crisis. Yeah, I say, and near ma, na ya tofia man on the beton, and one quashi. The ending is that 2020, no companies be at 2 moments. T and near man, no, my producer, available at the market. I ton, or Mumma Mukran, and why now Kufigana, a better than and don't you know, or Momokoto be buying, so China, our Kota, the boy. So, and none the man, and name my boy, a course, so crack. But the Zama, I want to know, Asa couldn't even Ghana happen. And you said, sabra me no kase no fuel no fango no da bia e kosoro se kosoro sa de a na obi kwa aburi e koto banchia oba o de car na fa ti ebema banche no boy de ayedene enti na uko dwoma edwoma odene pa no kwasempa but enema enkamfu ano ahokyere no edi ni nyina ne eye 13.9%. There's a year John Dramani ebekono ahokyere no 15.4 no yenuru ho. But the way I name econo de enyeme nwanwa say yebeduru ho.
Okay.
But yenuru ho. Enti wo kase wo ka ahokyere sam ya di inflation in the measure na yenuru ahokyere na wo jae no yenuru ho.
But mami musa
economic growth no ya fapem ma entire economy no yes a grow better than Ewura John Dramani Jano. Ahokyere so a na yewo mu na oja ahokoye no even in COVID no ahokyere no sabe yenuru ahokyere na oja ho.
I know na me busa say that time na ono de could do 15.4 so na inflation nyoma boma ye den a ahokyere wo ho a ye ne yenuru ho. Sabe na sa ahohihia bi te say COVID to say the cost Russia, Ukraine, fuel increments. That time na barrel, fuel per barrel. Not to say drama maso ni not to say.
Na be no any den dey self-inflicted.
Oh,
self-inflicted means say economic management ne nko yie.
Omuntu mi hwesi ka 7 economy.
Because that time na akoye say the Ghana for be sometime a man for bit because a Ghanaian voter is becoming educated. Ghana for you who near Mayana me say no kreme dey me research in China. Yeah, emotional, yeah, Jimmy may be preoccupied. The Ghana, have we beat me a baby, see, I be Tony Ghana, and say, over 20 years, and Sunday, who say they were Babatoni. On say, Ohana say, we beat me quiet, dear, a criminal who de ra. Means I buy a near my papa, but don't think more who de ro. Maybe not me chinipa, a quite away, quite almost see school buildings, baby. But you're not the money, mamma, or your dear. Na on so ya de sa day squeezy almost see a circle Dubai then the Rich Hospital this and projects I can say no or any terminal 3 or who the ruyi pa in termano she will be adwuma see say everything was moving on but the economy and yet okobo bosia so sane man ye nyina na ye tua hoka o meba ho ye tua hoka oh enti economy ye nyen se bia wakobo bosia na kobo bosia na de bosia no abesi dan kese. That is not how we build an economy. So a case economy e bi ni se who create nyema bia be ma perpetual benefit e bi ni se who ye one district one factory ya dachi ankwa mebia no e be create more jobs ama Ghana ye less import dependent yen ko to nyema emfiri amanone dodo na yenia de nyema na yedi dodo na ye be ye ne ha na create jobs for the people and no your friend economy and that is very difficult. Economy ne say oma interest rate aba from o ye papa ama sika ho bosia no uko bosia ho si ho ebeba from utimi yes anhye papa na bosia ho si ho no ba from eno na obi a o ye adwuma okwakoba bosia na wa training krabatem o training krabatem a obefa nipa bebrebe ofa nipa bebrebe a adwuma no be ko animu adwuma no ko animu a GDP will become bigger GDP e bigger abasika bebrebe because nipa bebrebe ye adwuma no bebrebe etua to ni na abe nyeska ene ye nipa 14 million ye adwuma wa Ghana e mu 2.3 million pe etua tax I mean direct tax. So I can say, but and no say do one adwuma omo ye na ban nim but say adwuma bi ti say Kencity ye nya bebrebe ye more manufacturing firms I no ye former ya omo register with GRA no mo ye adwuma omo tua tax sa nipa 2.3 million pena no mo tua direct tax na ye betimi nya be 7 million sa ban nya 7 million so mo tua direct tax so I can say ebe man revenue na kone ni mo onkonko gigi bosia nketenkete. So what I say? Uncle did you bosia get Yan Fabosia and Chile man any day. The Biana Cadu him. The Biana Cadu him. Bosiana, you are John Domani, Mamma Mobono, Dodona, and that's what cries you will be. I buy about Zubi. Bosia the Duono last year, your total revenue, then you're 72 billion. Total expected revenue and I Ghana buy pay 72 billion. 72 billion. Now, I buy says, oh, the 30 billion betray my forecast. No, the 35 billion. I chia Bosia Hunsi home. Hey, Bosia Hunsi home, 35 billion. Now, last year, in fact, I buy PI. Every quarter, be a yaka, they say March, Ibendi. I buy Yaka.
A bit da hoda dada.
Busia, Sa terminal 3 na ye, no. Sa circle interchange,
you know.
Nina, Yaka. Nema President Kufo so ye bi. President Kufo da niti ye obaye no. Mfie nwotwe no odi ye na munsia e ka oboy ne ka ne da wonyina no. Almost ye de nyina ache ye ko hepeke no. Ye standard debt no. It was 6.4 billion. Omo de omo hwe mu 4 billion unconditionally. 2.4 billion e ka ye no. Omo kan say ye mfa the next 20 years ntua ne kakanka no. Omo say ye tua ye spending on Ghana haya. You can spend it on infrastructure, on sanitation, health, and education. Since can in Jianfang, more or less, and says can you change? Man, the last 2 years, no, or Bokakra. Na if you were Banasono, you bought papa. Na Busiano do one hour, your mouth 5 year moratorium. Then I go for the Busiano Bono. Yen shas in trade, your own car, baby, and shas in trade. So what is it? Canada or over 35 and Nick Caribbean. Amateur yetria ne de bi amateur ne de bi amateur no together with almost for President Mahama de ne de nyina ya has yetria significantly 35 billion Ghana cedis na last year e piaka and adwumayefo so ye yenko strike di ma ba no e hu boa e 4 billion and the saka adwumayefo akatua ho di afinish ye no about the 34 billion e tua adwumayefo ka and we the 35 billion e tua bosia ho nsi ho and 69 billion out of the total revenue of 72.
Hey,
that is the situation we are now.
Then it seems like no
I feel credit over 40 billion they could tua bosia ho nsi ho.
The year 2022.
Bosiano and this time omo European bond market omo de nani ma na yo omo fufunti omo kwa edimo omo 19% no magic. You can American Verata by the highest bond we raise and the board in pan it was about 8.2%. 9% kwa wonyi bi da.
Wow.
But now NDC 19% coupon rate. But omo ko raise 24-year bond bi at 19%. The everyone says, "We raise $1 billion US. You heard you. Every year, Biano, you bet in the next 6 years, and what years can be? Because 190 times 6 is over 1 billion. And so, bet you says it can go 23 years. Now, 23 years, no, what year we know? Now, what's our face value of the 1 billion? So, face value, nature say, Tama, Odi, or the Bosiana, or the Bosiana Timiton Zuri. And what is kind of connoissance and Zulu Bona Famus Cabrera? Wow. Are we not working for them?
We are working for them.
And it is a Obi, Abano, then Adeo Timmy answer to me, Quajabosia, and the see that and I don't know why.
Okay, look, Sabah said as a professional, said that there's a need for us as a country, say, you better generate internally rather than going
I don't know internally, no, but I can say, so one district, one factory, you know, Ubay no more. Ama a Juma be Babagan, and to do one year, Juma. Do not be direct taxes and only internal resource mobilization.
Okay.
Any taxes, so I reverse taxes here, you levy on the Bena. It's all part of the story. So the Bayer, MIN relies so much on loss here, 72 billion, and then Kianeka, 35 billion, the Kazi, the Ghana, Quenya, her crank, DSA, or Ghana, be a give it me.
In this regard, Doc, I refer here as a professional economist, development economist, the need for a country like Ghana, say, Ibeje tour or memono, a company.
A hiapa, a broachman, or mana, a jet or taxes pa, no way. Obia, Jumana, 100 cities, as and canvas and commodity cities, 100, a move 48 cities.
Oh, no way.
No way. Oko German, your friend tax to a GDP ratio. Oko Noah, sorry, I mean Germany, 38%.
Out of your revenue.
Revenue. We are Jumana 100 euros. 38 euros.
Abaje. Upo budget.
Uko US 25. The US win $100, $25.
Abaje.
Omo kwa bibi we pia tax na one said Ghana for in fact school yo. Ghana for be go school da. And he's not blaming the parents for not helping him to go to school. Okay. Went to me went to me and go school. And also I know we did something in the be nipa bi atem. Me de man correct class we did something that nana me so facha say me gra me of me remind so yes will be the you wan abako so of Germany or hene wan the Germany we nyina nko ye ko de bia so what I say Omo mu ni nyansa na o matena wa che na omo mabie na no medi do obi atema correct taxes omo tua na ono so I say but thank God for you no omo ko na onte wa asem obetina o man no say because of say the name the any appreciation of issues no very low ntino ono na ma no so be hu say bibi o say the glass of say glass the 50 and the buy and they started many years ago. They started, Ghana became Ghana when? I'm 1957. Do you know how many years have US has existed as a country? So what I say. Of course, and that shouldn't be an excuse. To be frank with you, we could have done far better. We show opportunities that there have been a lot of opportunities that we should have done far better. That is the story. But and no sabe and no. So what I say. Now, if you say from 1960 to date, you know, and every 4 years, we are a team 50 factories. And Ghana, if you don't gain it, and so I say, let's even though we could have done better, let's see where we were and where we are now. And sign a nipana or you know. Now I say, Bible in India, me man in Jomusi Apenno, and can Indiana swan come in Metana and Casa. We don't need anybody to tell you. So as I said, we are on the right path. We are on the right path.
All right. My main fan, Dr. George Domfeh, or a senior research fellow, development economist, Center for Social Policy Studies, University of Ghana, Legon, and and Komaya Kai was a Penise Yatitia Betiana Chano. OTA na Oshe, no Apumudin Sung here. A sentina no pay, ye bought the Ura catcher, say, Ona na or for Opapabi, or down for be a diabetes, hypertension, or bad cholesterol, why obese, obesity, why can see mroso, afi the nurse tata nipa sano, or menstrual disorders, or diarrhea and hokikano, or no down or casabu, so tim pam pain was any pan no more. And you know, a different halitosis. So any panel who has Spanish garlic mixture in capsules. And I recommend the amount. Pharmacy shop, drugstore, herbal shop, BMO. A bit to say Angel Herbal, Kingswalk Herbal, Tinatet Herbal, Howlos Herbal, or Kanshi Drug Lane, Repash, Redama, Ekus Pharmacy, House of Drug, Jukat Pharmacy, or Kaswa, and a dependable El Medina. Open Chichimubia for 0266 114 111. One name penny phone to Abasa Kum. Did you say we answer a bit me abo ama bibia konkan. Amo for na the omo arrange aba. Ye beje mebo bi sutato amfa amount. Here New Johnson our edwuma on Oman FM na 2TV marketer or say Yura Atakuma Mensa regional manager DVLA 37 or here no pay open your chow as a dad of feed to na 2TV. Yema watching pa na edwuma wo ye what I or say fellow Ghanaians, because of the hypocritical behavior of ex-President John Dramani Mahama and his NDC people, they are doing everything possible to make the country ungovernable for the new patriotic party led by His Excellency the President, another akufo-addo. It is not long ago when the ex-president ushered Mother Ghana into IMF slavery because of the incompetency, but now they are acting like angels who have come from heaven to deliver Ghanaians from the same old wolves in the new sheep clothing. Ghanaians, please don't follow, or we shouldn't follow them, okay? What Russians are doing to the Ukrainians is undemocratic. This needless attack of our Osankidi and all the way about fire yate or message, you know, Yafa Akinkai at the amount. Minua Alhaji Timothy Garba and so Eshe Anopay Kama was watch pa Mr. Domfeh. Indeed, he is an economist. He is explaining the issue to the grassroots, okay? We love him so much. Domfeh, one of the finest economists in the University of Ghana, Legon. But I want to ask him, is he part of the UTAC strike people? I don't know where they are. It's another situation. Munkaila Jonas and they are carrying. I was saying it's quite so. It's so sad to hear Ukraine and Russia experience such security unrest. It is my prayer that there is consensus between these two countries for amicable resolution. But trust me, very soon, the NDC's babies with sharp teeth will soon blame the war in Ukraine on President Akufo-Addo as the perpetrator behind it, as if the two countries are part of African continent. This is why I always ask Ghanaians to see the entire NDC party as comic relievers by regards to Andy Owusu NPP UK chairman hopeful, Yao Osankide Taifa, and Ode Free Ede Aba. And that's of so Ode Aba, kama. Mr. Domfeh is indeed today is on Net2 TV. We've seen him live, one-on-one. Every day we always hear his voice, but today he's in the studio. Kudos to Net2 TV. The production team is solid. I'm enjoying the discussion. The senior research fellow indeed is a good explainer. Mr. Domfeh, God bless you. And what I come back now, do the Akamamae, or the message in Bassa now do the Akamamae. Ahmed Kwachi say or Chia, Mr. Domfeh, also Oye Jumapa, also the Anna Putin is wicked. Pa Pizarro, Ebenezer Ago, or say Ochia Abronia DC Hopes and Doya, and Honorable Ken, good communicator, baby, Goje TV, doctor. We always listen to you on Oman FM. I love the way you explain things on Oman FM. Good morning, Ochia. And you also free. Good morning, guys. Can you please tell us something about Rupa voting? Okay. Good morning, Owahin, and 2 TV or say Kwame. On the about Paul Dugan, a raise concern, we will resolve those things for you. Ahmed Kwachi, another finest brain, Dr. Domfeh on economics. Please carry on talking to people, educate Ghanaians, because we cannot afford to lose power 2024. Yate, that's a Ebenezer Mensa, or say, King Majesty texting from Pristia, Crowtown. I want to entreat all well-meaning Ghanaians to rally behind the president, trust the MPP government. Yate, Jacob Sam, keep it up with this, your program. Very nice and just educate us, please. Yeah, that's apart from Italy, no, they were Paul Dugan, the audience kind of that. That's it. My message in repetition, Doc, way forward, yeah, quite name Ukraine a boom. Fuel increment Ghana for driver union, Kasa agitations and the dozen. Then I spark all this, bro.
Robinia, make Uboa, me say I saw boy, I'm a Zena mission TV. Needing this NDC is deputy Adam Agbana. Yeah, not fortunately, me Dr. Ludi said in an airport. No, so can't tell me student and so on a number, winning number can be friend. Mr. Naya or indicating who cancer na they were about public because where's Anna your politics, but the honor and your politics politics. So what I say, I'm politics. And he was speaking confidently. So what I say, debt to GDP ratio it was never 78%. Mr. Ndi message I'm a television, you know. I didn't about television. I was thinking, say, viewers, I'm a set record street, but they never did it. That is agenda setting. Exactly. And no question the same. Debt to GDP ratio, you know. A only problem is Ghana economy. Indeed, see, Abraham, no, say, a problem with debt to GDP rate, the mounting debt to GDP ratio, and no about problem. All other sectors of the economy are doing very well. But only the main problem. Because the debt to GDP ratio any day. And you say, total debt, so we work out you divide it by GDP, near the multiply by 100. And different debt to GDP ratio. Now, I mean, I'm World Bank money Bretton Woods, you know, those are Bretton Woods administrations. No? All my advice is say, any question will hit 70%. Developing country, US, debt to GDP ratio is over 100%. They don't have problem because bond markets raise bond. Economy, it has been rated A++. Into a the demand below 1%. But Ghana, the economy is required, economy, and B minus with a stable outlook. So what I say, which is better than before we went to offer any day, IMF April 2015. Okay. Our current rating is better than that, but I don't even want to go there. Now it is anywhere to force and say, your rating is bad, and that is a demonstration of mismanagement. And so, what is he telling those who manage the economy until April 2015? Because the rating then
was worse than it is today. That's what I say. And I said, I'm even fun of Ukraine in Casa. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you can tell people that I didn't manage things well. My time in 2015, now the rating was worse than it is today. And and then if you say, and then so I baffled. So what I say. The person said, already know former. Okwa say just for bubble say the man in Muntina NDC a co-receive born at 19% coupon rate. Because at time that economy, no, you rate in standard and poor rate, you be minus with negative outlook. And that was the last grade. Yeah, if you are no more credible. So you don't call drum and IMF near pay policy credibility. Because Obi Bob was here, was supposed to be a winning to you, because debt to GDP ratio was fast moving up. It has gone beyond the threshold of 70%, the maximum threshold of 70%. You've gone beyond it as a developing country or lower middle income country. You know, you say, oh, now so about interest rate, interest payments, a problem.
Okay.
I'm a revenue, so no, and so ultimately Jessica say, until revenue, so now interest payment, Kosra. It just said, some Bob was here, a bit clear, but ultimately, and this one of the mama. Money wouldn't give it to you. Those who give it to you, they will give it to you at exorbitant rates. Only the amount the MP money. And you that to GDP ratio, you know. And the year 2000 and present Kufoban. Then you're 182%. Say, boy, I'm going to so Tiemia on Google in the O series, make 2006 constant price. Now, yeah, your debt to GDP ratio, you're the Kungo and then you're 182. As you read the Gungu for me, said, my all back on now I 32. Let's just say,
a swear shine almost 100.
Certain Ghana for say, you read on the Gungu for say, oh man. Tell me, because the Ghanaian voter is becoming educated, that it's not true. We are emotional and Obi did what I need. Sanity. Yeah, hardly say, excuse me, no be a routine, be as a how Miss Wafatame, but my research in the day 2 years say Ghana for we are very emotional. And Ghana, Africa issue. On said, they say we are saying the power may be also. As what is a cool baby. As one as West Africa, cool baby. Now, go first in the Banana countries on the bus, put you on the white room and send us or the true quack for Vabala. Is it going to solve a problem? I don't know. And the made education can make more debt to GDP ratio and a problem. They say, you know, the group for between 182%. 2008 over 32%. Now, you're on the money budget, any they were milk budget 32. The year 2014, and on what they call 71. And the Ghana that became unsustainable in the year 2014. I want you and drew at the end of September, 77.5, almost say, a BC Ghana that. But the year 2000, it was 182. 182, union these makers of figures and carry. But the Koba said, that to GDP ratio, a could 70 pair and they could do 70, 7.5 at the end of September, and after the figures, after they are using figures. Yeah, I may say, one boy, I did TV threshold. Say Ghana for MPP 2019, not debt to GDP ratio was 78. Anyone have what is asking? So be TM no be catch and on catch man say. All right. That figure so I meant to immerse here. Yeah, Dr. Domfeh. Yeah, didn't go just about 9 minutes after 9. We see you as a doc a vivid analysis per our GDP growth ne ya ekoso ewo global economy mu and wajibre echichimu Ghana for ti eguso kai Ghana for say enkomodi ayedi ene anedi ti du ba bia yema wakwanya edu ba bi nso a ni age wadwenche no through text messages na ya boroboro so de amount ti ekwan ya wiase economy no as compared to yedem na doc eguso doc ento aso mfiro.
Okay. And the na me can say on papa no so team me no obi a team me dey obi team me wonim no say me say me panichopi we akwada ya cha na dey will go na nsen so who person that chon be big political person or co studio on research kakra
onsua de kakra nsa na akọ
me can say tron no dey me mfa say dia na wonim but no kwasem say debt to GDP ratio no the year 2014 2015 2016 Ghana was in debt crisis. can be a debt to GDP ratio be 70% and above, and you see your debt has become unsustainable. There's a chicas and never can say a bus is a uchia oka obre. So the last year 72 billion in years revenue, 35 billion kutiaka. Today our debt is also unsustainable, and that's why we are in debt crisis. And don't say economy na collapse. That is different. Material economy, no, the growth in the Chesa collapse and in collapse, and the growth, no, it is doing far better than it was in 2016. But that is a big problem. The number can say in the old series, you know, now 71% in 2014. The 2014 your debt no be unsustainable. We were in debt crisis 2014, 2015, 2016. 2016, you read on the money, Mahama, now a debt to GDP ratio in the OCs and 2006 constant prices, and they are 73.1%. Now, 73.1% and now go for the the following year, about 69.8. If we did 2017. 2018, debt to GDP ratio about 66. Say, Papa ni team ya, one team ye pa no money. Say, my boy is why no why are they bad debt management? About 66. Now 2018, Ghana ye rebase economy no. Emma first, and then the 2006 constant prices na the measure GDP. GDP meaning simple, quantity multiplied by our unit price. So your percent you papa bi contribution to GDP. Na say we full bit say be in those. What adaka do adaka no edu no ote no. Say adaka ba could be 100 cedis. Say not just the contribution is 1,000. Eti the adaka no bo no eboa ma yehu GDP ni value. Na GDP ni measure ye real GDP enye constant year prices afene ewo mu no enye afene prices ni ye ye 1 year bi wo ha say year no na ye de measure GDP no na Yewura John Agyapong for Yewura John Mills by Yewura John Dramani Mahama by nyina na ne ensu 2006 constant prices ye rebase 2010 no
okay
ne pick it first year 1993 ne de by 2006 it is a measure GDP and say figures are making nyina ni GDP ni ye measure no say ye fa cocoa boa ne pese one contribution of cocoa to 2020 economy this year kofa bag cocoa bag yes na say 2006 say papa no odu aburo no ye pese one contribution to GDP ye hwe aburo bag bo in the year 2006 they da multiply by the number of quantity what produce no ye one contribution to GDP now 2018 ye rebase economy no who rebase as a who change constant year prices, and that's a base year. THG base year from 2006 at about 2013. Currently, we are using 2013 base year. We use 2018 base year prices. And I'm saying, and I'm a boy, Dean, 2013, actually 2006 in the GDP day. I can say. Now, my cousin, debt to GDP ratios, a total GDP, total debt stock divided by GDP times 100, and amount of debt to GDP ratio. To say, with GDP now back, in fact, after rebase, our GDP became 24.2% bigger. And a command debt to GDP ratio, and the era John Dramani Mahama Jaya in the old series, 73.1. Who the bad new series now? 2016, debt to GDP ratio, about around 56%. So what I say? And around 56% to Nina actually say. And only and this Libya Casa was a debt to GDP ratio 56. That is not true. It was 73.1. Because at that time, they issued 2006 constant prices. And now you issued 2013 constant prices. But for comparison purposes, you come back and I re-estimate the entire. Many and this for almost no debt to GDP ratio 56 time or more economy no money and say Satan no 73.1 and not so na ye dia de kwaje bosia ya bosia bi ye kwaje ye bia no and then ma ye downgrade ye ratings ye credit rating e call from no na no edi mu akọchira ne untimi nko obi abon bosia untimi nko ka say oh ye rebase ye credit who say na ye debt to GDP ratio na from enti we rate now there na e so that be sabra me no wo hey by the year 2025 ye better rebase economy ni bio. Your debt to GDP ratio and then I'm 77.5 at the end of September. We don't go back. So what I say, the fact remains that in the old series 9 years used during President Mahama time, the last 3 years of his government, the debt was unsustainable. We were in debt, serious debt crisis. Now, Nana akufo-addo we old one, 2017, 2018, we were out of
debt crisis. By a rebase year, no, yeah, by 56, no. That 56, no, meaning by the end of 2019, no, now your debt to GDP ratio, no, now you're 62.8, baby, because 62.4. But me can't Ghana service data 62.8. Tis Adam Banana says, I know they are Adam Agbana, Otemia. Debt to GDP ratio will be a Otembia can't mistake at the end of 2019. Now you're 62.8%, net 78. Will be your cancer and Jachen where I'm one.
Wow.
And today say, not your man 17. And not perfect say, Ufa new series here. Let's say, Nanado the fan 56 in the new series. All series no be 73.1. In the new series after 2018 the rebase year or be found 56. Now mean 3 good years. What they are called 62.8. You read on the money my be found 32 from before. But 2014 normally call 71. Share the rate at which it moved. No be a found 56 in the new series. Now 3 consecutive years. At the end of 3 years, or they call 50, I mean 62.8. What's it on managing that? Now after COVID, she had 3 good years. We moved from around 56 to 62.8. For 3 years. COVID by 2020, we moved from 62.8 to 76.1. And then my era don't the money, mamma, and your economy no collapse. 1 year. Now, some collapse never. And yet, mismanagement. To those who use the word mismanagement, they are not being truthful to their conscience. And yet, a crisis never, and they come out that to GDP ratio, you move from 62.8 to 76.1 in America, and we are now simple. 1 minute. The ZN said 2019 I buy any budget. November 2019, the Parliament, now budget in Munensi share woman say the year 2020, your best spend is 85 billion. Now bad than I rake in total revenue of 66 billion. And tonight the gap will be about 18 billion, translated into 4.7% fiscal deficit.
Okay.
Let's say something about some who say on akufo-addo I buy reckless expenditure, my economy say or the tabono parliament fiscal responsibility act. Okay. Yeah, Chile say a new concept we incur fiscal deficit of more than 5% of your GDP. As the difference between your expenditure and revenue, no. And Nico said into GDP, Nico said more than 5% of your GDP.
Wow. I don't know, or yet physical discipline.
Exactly, and that's exactly what we're doing. Because the piano, you quiet, me fancy no much yes, and at this time, I akufo-addo, I parliament, I Jimra, here I am for Baba catches we should
do this and do that.
But Jimra and the Sam running a share. But the Marano, there was a space say when we are in crisis, we should suspend the law. Okay. And yes, I can be economy in Cabeza. And Nanado. Call back to parliament was suspended running instead of COVID instead of 85 billion and spending we ended up spending 104 billion. Do my funny and quite now do I get you almost about 2 months
because of COVID-19.
Because of COVID-19, so now it's
wow.
And Tiabano spending 19 billion more instead of the 85. And the Nina come for 68 billion now open. When you're 55. There was a revenue shortfall of what? 11 billion. And they said, Sika, I can see Anka, now I'm for baby, I buy you a free passport, a man for near mom, free, I'm on neighbor. COVID time, Obin Kobima, and the revenue Ubenya from Porto. It was not forthcoming. Now, I know no mismanagement. And now say teacher for any encourage my baby, I can, and the man is spending on course, and no mismanagement.
Doc, Brenna, you were just about 3 minutes to end up the show. But briefly, I want you to say about much Ghana for, especially with this fuel increment. I am binding a infrastructure.
Your fuel, I'm in national 5B agent COVID time, answer a COVID bebano. Now a barrel of oil near a ton around $60 on the global market. Now COVID buy, cars are 822. Companies are holding a bear, you may be used to oil and yet. It's just no beyond top. And my oil on the fan on barrel and grab back on a chili near ton of $20. A chill cry the only common thing just no beyond. Etiema oil producing countries no omo bo cash of far oil producing companies no omo so far pa till the year 2021 no ye be mu free May ho epu ho ba no e no mu za fe cars house ye adwuma covid no ko form ma amamfo cars ye adwuma factories companies use fan no so house ye de ye adwuma no me house say de omo tutum ba October 25th last year na barrel na covid no buy a call from go do $20 na $85
because of COVID.
Yeah, na koba sa so no Ghana ha no ye two fan also ya na ye kotone no crude no ye koton ye kotona mo no ne ye akwakoto refined oil and you say ya dey ha drink kakra ti refined oil no mo kokoton BDCs no mo ko abroche kokoton sabe o mo kwa ye nkaso mo ye Ghana fo die de che wo amansan dwa so bo no
enu anu mo so
koton no board no ba ye so betona board simple the covid no e ma petrol bo no cost the cost no na nsen ka covid no ya omicron ba ya anu nya she no ma afa amamfo nema yeye kakra nti no wo say oil na ye $85 in October no ba November ho na ba 72 there's a nanka tiba from December na tiaba from kakra enti ma mu okra no wo be hwa oil crash as ya tene de so Emma na nkanema ana ye wura afimu ana Ukraine ene Russia so ntoko ya NATO ene US agi eno so di yoni bae ti sa yoni na aba no so ekọ eni mu kra na oil no be kakra ye nya bi kra na ntokra eti agesi a currently dey oil no bo na sa sha man na say about $104 per barrel ya akoba no dey significantly because of the Ukrainian and then Russian war.
All right. Dr. George Domfeh, development economist. And I think, and this is a statement from the Honorable former Energy Minister Boakye Agyapong. Dear patriots, aside my well wishes, I have paid for all polling station forms for all existing delegates. An amount of 100 Ghana cedis has also been allocated to all polling stations as TNT and refreshment. Boakye Agyapong, this is fake. We must immediately disclaim it.
Tronco, I know what trans.
On Abu Boakye Agyapong ko ye bibia.
Was a satre gunia so. Minima dia yepe. And Crown is I don't know. Ya fa wo mo na panyim fa no akwetena dem.
Honorable former energy minister say mama for nti.
Yen kase Ghana for beje. Yen kase.
Enya no krese wo tu anamobi a etesa. Yen hye ne so. Yeah, acknowledge ni pa bia omodi omo awodande. There are some people are more celebrating omo birthday. I was here generally a ratio be as we do awoda and happy birthday nko we rich abeku sam me am nyanko brebo pa me church member me ratio abeku sam happy birthday enko emfama nyame ma okwatenten na nyame ma hoden na onto nkwanem na de oye bia so nyame emanu nkoso prom 25th February 2022 awoda ti abeku mechia wo no yere na ma wifi mo nkwan de omo nkwan pewa nessa na ko anim. The next person I wonya akwanya Grace Afrakuma Anoche, SDA Midwifery College Asaman, from Dr. Anoche and whatever DMHCI. Okay, Martina Grace Afrakuma Anoche, happy birthday enko emfa amon na mema kwatenten na ma hoden na de ohwe saka Samuel Ampeduchere abrewa bubuashi oye serial caller kese pa NPP no or per youth organizer o kan ko impatem ho baby nti abrewa happy birthday also enko emfa and finally happy birthday enkoma Charlotte and Adjoa Entry, Central Regional Women's Organizer of the New Patriotic a producer and a Russia. Alhaji Timothy Gariban so Edibasi Russia Mami. Timunina happy birthday and come on. And I also do order the ratio happy birthday. Ahana yade en common is production team Safo name Jifa Baku, Mr. Robert Finn Ejano, Elder Kwesi Nenson. Focus. One of the camera is here so and after Christ love be two animals here who come my abena nyakuko kuma otenenka Dr. George Domfeh we're development economist, Center for Social Policy Studies, or a senior research fellow. And the research they have been home. Dr. Beda was say Tronsano will be why enlightening, will be any Jifa Tahan of Fanabra, and the Jumados, but Trino Fanabra de Bia, na brave Yoko and Church and Simon Famagana for. Sabrina Yamufabuache, I crado or Baba to us with the national agenda. And a Friday, Tinyamia Dumna Dondomia, now triple for the Bissim 28, maybe we enjoy the 1st of March, not a query man. So, maybe you are and Chibuisia, Yamamuna Achi.